Hello, YouTube.
What up, guys?
Now, for those who are wondering about our absence, well,
Things kind of got a little crazy around here.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we're human.
Well, we try to be anyway.
Mm.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha ha. So, we would normally start off with Monday Night Raw, but for those who weren't aware, WWE Live, there's Heatwave SummerSlam tour stopped here in Ottawa.
Came by Ottawa. Yeah, it was the SmackDown brand live event for Ottawa, and it was our first time going.
Ever.
Because, you lucky SOBs in Toronto got both shows,
Damn you!
Don't you mean darn you?
Anyway.
Yes, I'm going to be doing this to you the whole way through.
Anyway.
So we thought we'd do a little something extra and share our experiences from said night.
Which, in case you're wondering, is where I got this little gem.
Yeah, she got a Reigns necklace.
Don't judge me.
I didn't say anything.
But I know you. So, it was actually a lot of fun.
We dressed all nice in our wrestling gear. We head up to Overton, Canada.
Yep. He wore his AJ Styles shirt.
Of course, yeah, I had to.
My mom wore her Bret Hart shirt, and I wore my Shield shirt.
Oh, and I also wore my Punk sweater, which surprisingly no one else had. But yeah, no, it was a fun night.
It was actually a lot of fun. I thought I was going to lose my voice by the end of it, which is why I'm a little scratchy right now.
I thought I lost my voice, but And it was surprising. Can we get the complaints out of the way first before we get all to the positives?
Of course.
Can I go first?
Have at it, my friend.
First of all, where do I start? First of all, I know it's your own company, WWE, and I know it's all part of the network and stuff, but commercials at a non-televised live event. And then you have good old Byron Saxton going around the crowd hyping it up every 5-10 minutes. I actually felt like I was at a SmackDown.
Which I actually thought it was kind of cool, but that's because I'm like that. But anyway.
Let's see. Oh my god. Another thing I freaking... Because how Raw and SmackDown were in Toronto, all the good hardcore fans are headed all up before then, left all the kids and the soccer moms, or most was 80% of that goddamn crowd. Oh, yeah. I was like, oh my god, we have 8,000 people in this room, and
I do want to throw in one positive though. You did get the crowd going, especially with the New Day chants. That was incredible. I have never seen anything like it.
I'm sorry, I was one of the few people who was trying to, if the only person that was trying to get the crowd going, because how dead it was. Come on, people. Seriously? For example, I'm just going to skip to the moment, I guess, because we'll get to the matches for those in a minute. But Aiden English was the highlight of the night. Aiden English, people. Do you know how wrong that sounds coming out of my mouth? He was the only person that got the most heat. The only person that got the crowd going that louder.
Everybody was booing him. I have never seen anything like it. It was insane.
He got more booed than Baron Corbin. He got more booed than Rusev. Hell, I heard Shinsuke get booed up in the crowds even.
But nothing compared to Aiden English. It was so bad that he was like, "Oh well, I'm not gonna sing," yeah. and then everybody cheered, and then he decided to finish singing, and then everybody booed him again.
He knows how to work the crowd. I'll give him that.
I will give him that too, but still.
So
why?
So we got roughly 7-8 matches in the 8 matches, and for Sunday night, we got a SmackDown Tag Team Title match. Speaking of the New Day, it came out good, and it got a good pop.
Yep.
And, of course, who comes out to face them? The Trash Ascension. Yay.
You mean the Ascension.
LOD call. They want their gear back from like 25 years ago. You know, it's almost bad to the point where I wish they'd come out on motorcycles. Only because it'd be them. Because it would be just a bit better than what we have now.
And yes, he just got a facepalm out of me. But anyway, so they
Ascension worked over the New Day most of the match. Between New Day, it was mostly just hot potato wing hot tags every couple of minutes.
It was actually really funny, though.
Oddly enough, we'll get to it. So obviously New Day retained because this is a house show.
And then as they were celebrating, well...
You could do it. You say it. Your reaction was a lot better than mine.
Big E decided to climb onto the top rope, and well...
Yeah, he started humping it. I'm not gonna lie,
I was trying so hard not to laugh. It was so hard.
Did you see the look on...
Especially Xavier and Kofi's face. They're like, what are you doing? What?
So then we get the next match, and Rusev comes out. And of course with each match, they didn't tell us who. They just let the entrances come out. So Rusev comes out, gets a little heat, and... immediately when the match was starting, everyone started chanting Lana's husband.
And he faced Ty Dillinger, Perfect 10.
Oh, Ty! Ty. That was a good entrance.
I was so happy because everybody was actually cheering for him. And earlier in the night, I had tweeted saying that I was looking forward to seeing him because I found out that he was going to be there. And I had actually gotten my tweet liked by Ty Dillinger, and it blew my mind. Like, I found out during the intermission, but anyway.
Yeah, there was an intermission. Weird. We'll get to that. So yeah, we get to Ty and Rusev, and I'm glad it wasn't a dumb thing like a flag match.
Anyway.
But sad to say, Ty lost.
I was kind of sad about that, but he gave it his all, and that's all.
He tapped out, right?
Yes. But he did give it his all. He did his best, and that's all that we can ever ask.
And the crowd beat dead. Barely the 10 chants were going. I'm like, ugh.
But we were doing 10 chants.
Oh, because it's the perfect 10.
So Ty lost. Rusev won by submission, and then we get to another title match.
Was that title match after that match? Okay, yeah. So we get Naomi and Carmella. Yeah. Putting the champion against Miss Money in the Bank. Yeah, fun. You don't know who's gonna win that match, no. But now, also for those of you who don't know, expect James Ellsworth tonight on SmackDown Live because his suspension is up, and most likely if he's not there by tonight, he'll be there by SummerSlam regardless. So expect James Ellsworth tonight at SmackDown Live.
If he's not there, I'll be surprised. But anyway, so
Naomi comes out. Carmella comes out.
There's a lot of heat for Carmella. Most people are cheering for Naomi.
I heard Naomi boos.
I heard a few of those too. I'm not gonna lie, but it was
actually, now that I think about it, I skipped out most of that match.
Yeah.
So you know more than I would.
So Naomi and Carmella go at it. They both try to do pinfalls and well, it doesn't work. But in the end, Naomi retained. And Carmella did try to hit her with the briefcase. No surprise.
Did she? I don't remember her doing that.
She tried. But I couldn't tell if she actually connected or not.
Did the intermission come after this?
Yes. Yes? Yeah.
Or did it come after that tag match? You know the one I want to talk about that came after that match.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about,
but did it come after or before the intermission?
I think it was after the intermission. Anyway, so we'll get to the next match.
Regardless, so yeah, I thought because here's the thing, there was an opening promo, and because of that, I thought the main event might have been different. But the next match we got was Sami Zayn and AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens. And with that opening promo AJ had at the show, I thought AJ would have been somewhere further down the card.
But regardless, we were both going nuts.
Oh yeah, because Sami and Kev were there.
That place went nuts when the two of them entered, especially Sami, though.
Can't remember the last time I heard a Keen's Kill Steen Kill chant.
I was, mind blown over that one. But there was a lot of Sami Zayn chants.
Mm-hmm. Oh! Should we get to the one thing pretty much almost everyone kind of knows? It was literally trending on Twitter throughout the whole night. Well, whose entrance do we not expect that night?
Well,
wasn't there an entrance music change?
Yes, Baron Corbin. New music! And I actually enjoyed it better than I enjoyed the other one.
We'll hear it tonight, hopefully.
Who knows, though? They might just be saving that for live events.
So the ending spot of the match which I found nice, was that Sami Zayn delivered a double luva kick, and I thought that was really good.
Hell of a kick.
What did I say?
Haluva.
It is haluva kick.
Pretty sure it's hell of a. Anyway. Keep going.
And basically, an AJ and Sami got the tag win.
Yep.
Note, no Canadians have won so far.
Because, if I'm not mistaken, AJ was the one who got the pin.
Mm-hmm.
But he still... But... Sami Zayn did still win.
I know.
So the next match after that was Natty.
Oh, yes, we got Natalya versus Charlotte.
I think it was Natty versus Charlotte was next.
Yes. And as much as I
was a lot of cheering for Natty.
No, it's not that. It's just I love the match. It was very good. It was kind of the low points of the match because I'm sorry, there's literally a good 2 to 3 minutes where they were just on the mat. I was not doing anything. You gonna?
Alrighty then.
Come on. You have something here. And of course, how did Natalya win? Was it by pinfall?
I believe so.
Okay, because she didn't tap her out, did she?
I believe it was by pinfall.
Okay. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it.
But Natty won against Charlotte, and everybody went nuts because, Natalya is, niece of Bret Hart, and Bret Hart's Canadian.
Mm-hmm. So next match was
another tag team match.
Right.
With Aiden English.
Let's get to the highlight of the night. So this motherfucker comes out, he's doing his singing shtick, and
everybody booed, as we mentioned.
He got drowned in the booze so bad. And it got to the point where, you know what? I'm just gonna stop singing. It's not gonna be quiet. And I was like, yeah!
And then he goes and sings.
And then he finishes.
And then more booing ensues.
And then Eric Rowan comes out, and I'm like, oh, Eric Rowan comes out. Okay, who are they facing? Sin Cara and Luke Harper?
I didn't expect to see Sin Cara there.
Nope.
I was really happy over that.
Didn't expect any of that match. Did not.
I wasn't surprised about Aiden English.
Oh, well, that's true.
But in the end, Luke Harper and
Sin Cara won.
Hell,
you know I'm glad wasn't there. Actually, first of all, I want to address that. Ziggler, you were advertising. You weren't here. That's on you. Just gonna point that out there.
Whoops.
You know I'm glad wasn't there?
Who?
Maria and Mike Kanellis.
Oh, thank you, WWE. Thank you for not putting us through that. I honestly would have cringed the entire time.
Maria's husband.
Yep. But anyway, so thank you for not doing that to us.
Yeah. Now, was the main event after this match?
Yes.
Oh,
which was Shinsuke Nakamura
versus Jinder Mahal
with only one of the Singh brothers there. The other one was, I believe, at home, maybe recuperating.
Probably. I love how this motherfucker comes out, tries to dress the crowd, and Just like those silly Americans, you Canadians hate on me because I'm Punjabi and crap. You're Canadian. You're from Calgary. What is wrong with you? There were actually Canadians cheering you in that building.
There was quite a few.
Which I was really surprised. I'm like, okay.
I'm not as surprised because of...
Yes, I know he's Canadian. Show Canadian support. Woo woo.
But anyway, so Shinsuke comes out and there's a lot of Shinsuke chants. And I chant... Oh, yeah.
You know, it's funny. I thought this match would have been the match with the screwy finish.
None of them had a screwy finish.
I know. Jinder actually pinned Shinsuke.
Clean. Oh, as clean as he could.
Yeah, clean. It wasn't a squeaky clean finish. I mean, that particular sign. It was the one that it was the one that has his arm sleeved up, not the one with the neck brace.
I think that's Samir.
Well, Samir is one with the arm brace. Yeah, Samir was the only one there. Of course, Joe distracted Shinsuke and he rolled. It was the usual Jinder Mahal match. No clean finish. Never not around.
And then the two of them tried to attack Shinsuke. And,
try to get a steel chair out. The first steel chair that gets brought out, everyone goes like, "Ooh, finally something nice."
And but Shinsuke ended up basically kicking their butts. And,
yeah. So that was basically the card. It was really fun as a first outing for the company. I'm definitely gonna go to more. Hopefully, the one that's televised.
That's our hope.
Mm-hmm. So any highlights you want to point out or dislikes from the night?
I do have to say the Aiden English booing, that was hilarious. And I was just so blown away by everything, including like the store.
Oh yeah, the WWE shop was set up there,
which was where I got this little gem. And yes, it is Roman Reigns. Again, don't care if you hate me.
Oh yes, speaking of the uncharismatic anathema, let's talk about Raw. Since we're already kind of we're gonna try to get through the rest of this kind of quick. We'll do that.
So Miz TV's first.
Oh yes, may I? They open with I'll sum this up perfectly clear as I can. Miz TV segment. He thinks it's going to be Jason Jordan. Kurt Angle comes out. Turns out it's not Jason Jordan. He has a match against Curtis Axel, who's in the ring. We'll get to that piece later, too.
So, he says that there's a different guest.
A star that's higher caliber of Miz TV. And, of course, here comes out Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. And, of course, they get to the ring, and, Brock has this... By the way, another thing, Of course, Brock came out in the blue Toronto t-shirt.
That says Suplex City.
I'm like, we need a red one for Ottawa. Yeah.
But they haven't come to Ottawa in several years.
And I this is probably one of the best Mrs. promos ever. For as soon as Heyman walks in, he goes, "When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut." And Paul just gasps and drops the mic, and he's like, we're getting one of this. We're getting this today. Paul Heyman basically goes through how Brock's not going to win the match. His betting money is on anyone else. He's going to take Brock's going to take his ball and go home. And he said, "Good riddance."
To bad rubbish.
And of course, so Heyman
and so we're like, he really does appear to have a death wish, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. So Paul picks up the mic and it says, "You know what we're going to do here, Miz? We're going to play a little bit of role play. He
asks if Maurice and Miz do role play. I was like, what?
So Miz is Roman Reigns. Bo Dallas was Samoa Joe, and Curtis Axel was Braun Strowman. He says, "Let's create the main event of SummerSlam right here, right now." He gets out of the ring and Brock just destroys the entire Miztourage. Each of them get a couple suplexes and F5 for each one, including the Miz.
And Lesnar's left standing in the ring, and then he leaves. And then Seth Rollins is coming up next. And then it's the commercial break.
Tell you what, I think I'll let you cover those two tonight.
Oh, yay. My personal favorites. Alright. So, Seth comes out. It's one fall match, as always. Sheamus comes out because it's a rematch from last week. Well, Sheamus comes out second with Cesaro by his side, and so that means it's Seth versus Sheamus. Seth starts out strong, And Sheamus keeps countering. There's a lot of back and forth. Sheamus ends up sacking Seth using the ropes.
Hey, Emmy. Bullet points.
I know. A lot of more back and forth of domination versus counters. Seth connects with an enziguri. Sheamus counters. Rollins dominates. And then Sheamus kicks out at 2. Seth looks ticked at this point in the match. Like, we're several minutes into the match. Sling Blade. He attempts a frog splash, but Cesaro distracts him. Sheamus rolls Seth up, gets a 3 count. Sheamus wins. And, well, then Seth does a suicide dive onto Cesaro, and then they attack Seth. The crowd chants that they want Ambrose, and, well, Dean never came out to save Seth because he said last week he wouldn't. And then later on in the night, it's going to be Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns in a last man standing match, which I'm like, why? Why? So then we get backstage, and Seth is backstage, and he runs into Ambrose. Seth loses his mind on Dean and calls him out. Dean says he's going against Cesaro tonight, and will be going about it alone, like always, and I'm just... Yeah. So, Curtis Axel's still injured, so he can't face Jason Jordan, and so now Jason ends up facing a Quebec City guy named Jean-Pierre. I can never remember his last name.
Jean-Pierre something. He was a Quebec local. He's been on the independent scene, and Jason Jordan. Was he trying to play heel last night? I swear to God.
I don't know.
Oh.
But the crowd was chanting, "Let's go, Jobber." Jordan keeps dominating despite the attempts from Jean-Pierre, and Jordan gets the pin.
Yeah,
and then we get to the point of Bayley coming out and and then it's said it's been confirmed that she's not going to be able to be at SummerSlam. And there's going to be 2 triple threat matches tonight to determine the 2 people who are going to go head to head next week for the chance to go to SummerSlam and face Alexa Bliss for the women's title.
Scoot back down. Please, thank you.
Now that he's back,
what?
He can talk to everybody about Bayley.
Oh, yes, because So Bayley says she won't be able to compete at SummerSlam. Normal contendership we decided prior up to that. And, of course, she was trying to address the issues and cut the promo. She's going to be gone for a while. And the crowd fucking boos her.
And she was trying to say thank you to all those that tweeted and made posts giving her well wishes, and there was booing.
I was like, really?
Why?
However,
it's not her fault.
I know. However, this did lead up into the first triple threat match of the night, where we had, let's see, Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox versus Emma.
I'll let you take this one.
Alright, fine.
With Alexa Bliss on commentary.
Oh, yes, Alexa Bliss did come on commentary. Now, again, since we're trying to cut through this a little, I'm going to cut some of this a bit short. Besides, I was going to say Nia Jax. Sasha Banks, she tapped out Emma to win by submission to win the match.
Yep.
Emma. I thought it would have been Alicia Fox.
No.
Oh, this just goes to show you just can't piss off the people backstage, because this crap will happen to you.
Yep.
Oh, let's see. Strowman gets interviewed by Renee Young, saying that I beat Roman. I win SummerSlam. Me win title.
Basically. And then Enzo comes out.
Oh yeah, you'll love talking about this one.
And Corey Graves, who was on commentary as he always is on Raw nowadays, he calls out Enzo about being stopped because Enzo apparently didn't, but he did, or something like that.
I wasn't paying attention. All I know is that he came out to cut out a promo. Big Show comes out, and then all of a sudden the club comes out and interrupts them on the mic.
Before the club comes out, Enzo has mentioned about the 6, which is lingo for Toronto.
Oh,
and I had no idea he even knew Toronto lingo.
Oh, he knows enough Canadians to know Toronto lingos.
Still, though.
Edge, Christian, Rude.
Still. So Big Show speaks, Club comes out to interrupt, Enzo keeps running his mouth. Big Show makes a sarcastic remark about Enzo not liking to be the guy to overstate the obvious. And then Enzo makes the analogy of Gallows and Anderson being Dr. Evil and Mini-Me.
Oh, yeah.
And what was your point?
I said last night while we were watching this, saying, so does that make Finn Balor Scott Dr. Evil's son? Get it? Because
for those who have never seen
the Club, and then with Doctor, it's
Austin Powers. You really need to see Austin Powers.
If you know Austin Powers and you know the Club, you get that. You get the reference with the joke they were making. It was good. Anyways, this leads into a tag team match between Enzo,
Big Show versus the Club.
I almost said Big Cass.
That's because we're still hurting from that.
We'll get to the Cass. We'll get to the Castle in a minute. Speaking of which, after the reason the Club even won was did Big Cass interfere after
he came out?
Oh yeah, he interfered with the match between the two, and it was the reason why the Club won. They just kind of snuck in, grab a pin, and out the door they go. And what does Big Cass do? Well, walks over and starts beating the hell out of Big Show again.
Enzo suicide dives and attacks Cass. Mm-hmm. And then Cass attacks Enzo. Enzo attempts to get away, but Cass follows.
And then Big Show knocks him out. With Big Show laying the chant of how you doing. I think I'll let you cover this one next since I know you.
Finn Balor. I will get to that here in a second since, Raw was in my hometown of St. John, New Brunswick on Saturday. I'm so sad over that. Anyway, I will get to the Finn Balor thing. So Finn Balor comes out. He says, Toronto, this is Balor Club. Crowd chants too sweet. He then says too sweet. And then he's talking about how Bray gives him the creeps, which I fully agree with you. 100%.
Yeah, the Demon King saying the Eater Rose gives him creeps. Yeah.
Well, he nails it when he says Bray is more interested in hurting people and creeping them out instead of winning or losing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he pretty much hit his...
And then he says, you stand up and kick fear in the face when it comes knocking. Something like that. And then he says he'll finish whatever Bray starts. Bray's there. Then comes out and it takes off seriously. Bray's laughing, runs his mouth.
Bray tries to come down with the, he does the whoop 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 shtick. He stands in the ring and he's like, huh? And then Finn is sitting on the corner turnbuckle. He normally sits in the demon position. And I'm just like, yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do this rivalry. And then, Bray does another whoop 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 whoop. And he's back on the Titantron, and that pretty much has the segment right there. Now we get to the next match of the night, which was announced earlier. We get Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro. Yeah, you see where they're going here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Cesaro comes out first with Sheamus by his side. Then Dino comes out. They lock up. Dino attempts to dominate, but Cesaro does. Dean starts to dominate, then he kicks out a few times. Dean's countering Cesaro. Cesaro's going. Crowd's chanting, "Let's go, Ambrose!" And I think they're also doing Ambrose sucks too. Maybe a little. I heard a little, but it was mostly "Let's go, Ambrose." So Dino kicks out at 2. Then Dean starts dominating. Cesaro attacks Dino. Dean gets out of the hold. There's a lot of going back and forth. Dean superplexes Cesaro. Which, if it had gone the other way, could have been horrendous.
Oh yes, because for this superplex, they're on the very top of the turnbuckle in the podium, I guess.
Post thingy mabobber.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, that's a superplex.
That was incredible.
Hell, I would say that was a superplex.
So Cesaro attempts to pin Dean, but Dean kicks out. Then they start throwing forearms and strikes. Dean clotheslines Cesaro.
And didn't the superplex happen twice? Didn't they do it to each other?
I think so. But so there's a lot of going back and forth, Dino kicking out, which again blows my mind.
And
they throw hands, and then there's a headbutt.
So
Ambrose clotheslines Cesaro again, but then Cesaro locks in the sharpshooter. Dean grabs the bottom rope, causing the break and the hold. Dean launches Cesaro over the top rope. Ambrose connects with an elbow, and in the end, Dino is the one who pins Cesaro.
Oh, you didn't catch all of that then. Okay, you know how in Seth's match he was going for a dive and it gets distracted by Cesaro and Sheamus rolls him up?
Yep.
Well, in this, Dean's going for a dive. Sheamus does the same thing, and the same thing happens. Dean gets distracted. Instead, this time instead of getting rolled up, he's one who actually gets the quick pin and then rolls out of the ring. And then of course they start beating on the two. The two start beating on Dean. And guess who gets his chance at redemption?
Seth comes out and starts attacking Cesaro and Sheamus. Crowd's chanting yes for Dino and Seth. And then Dean says to Seth, maybe I'm not always right. Dean gives Seth the fist thing from the Shield.
And he walks away.
And Seth says, nope, and walks out. And Dean's like,
oh, the look on your face was more priceless.
I was like, you finally got his respect. What the hell? But then I read later on it's because of that it has to do with what Dino had said to him. And I can tell that Seth doesn't want this to be a one-time thing. He wants this to be a full-on thing. So then we get to Cruiserweight locker room.
Oh yes, we get to Cruiserweight action. Yay.
Tozawa's shoulder looks awesome. Like,
they finally took the
bandage on.
They finally took the bandage off, finally.
Titus O'Neil and Apollo's cheering him on. Neville comes in and interrupts. And then there's a Cruiserweight match with Daivari and Tozawa with Titus on commentary. And, well, they go back and forth. Daivari tries to work on the shoulder that was fresh from injury. Tozawa counters, starts dominating, suicide dives, suplexes, senton bomb, and then pins Daivari.
Yes.
Roman Reigns interview with Renee.
Oh, I thought you were gonna beat me there.
Well,
he says, let's see, I'm Roman Reigns. Don't know what Miss TV. I'm gonna beat Strowman, last man stand.
Like he beat Samoa Joe.
That.
But he says he's gonna win tonight like he beat Samoa Joe.
And then he goes, just like,
The second triple threat match with Alexa Bliss on commentary again.
Mickie James, Dana Brooke, and Nia Jax. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. Nia won, usual Nia fashion. Let's get on with our lives.
Nia versus Sasha next week for a chance for the opportunity for SummerSlam.
Let's see.
And then Goldust does his promo and runs his mouth.
Yeah, we get a Goldust promo. Nothing much new. Blah, blah, blah.
Then we see Kurt Angle backstage with Big Cass. Cass doesn't want Enzo there. At his match against Big Show, Kurt suggests Enzo to be up in the shark cage. Cass agrees, so it's going to be Big Cass versus Big Show with Enzo suspended above the ring in a shark cage at SummerSlam. Why? It's like the Festival of Friendship thing all over again.
Why? Shark cages. First of all, those aren't even actual shark cages. They're those stupid things that dancers, like, Second of all, why the whole shark cage thing again? First of all, you think Enzo is first of all, don't you need to stay still in a shark cage for the 15 minutes they're down there? You think Enzo's gonna stay in a steel cage and not move? Are you nuts? While spinning him like 30 feet above the ring? Come on, people.
So then they announced Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam.
Well, that was coming already.
I kind of figured that was coming, given the feud, but I'm kind of excited. So now we get to the main event.
Next, yes, we get the Monster Among Men versus the Uncharismatic Anathema in a last man
big dog.
I know what I said. In a last man standing match. Then again, the only man in this match was Braun, because doesn't Reigns consider himself a dog? The big dog, bark, bark. Woof, woof. So it was pretty easy why Braun won.
Mind you, it could have gone either way, really.
I was already expecting Braun to win regardless, because after Reigns got the victory from last week, I'm like, no, he's not going to win 2 weeks in a row. They're not going to piss the crowd off that much.
But Strowman threw an office chair at Reigns at one point.
That was funny. I loved that. He's walking towards him, and all of a sudden, oh shit!
Mind you, Roman did, after all, do Samoan drop, threw a table, and made it shatter into pieces. Not split it in half, pieces. Like in the video game.
She's not getting on that one. I was like, huh.
Wow.
Actual table spot.
That was good.
And now the dumb table spot where it just kind of bends in half, or like the bottom piece breaks or something. Ouch. You know what I'm talking about.
But Strowman gets hit, including using part of the announce table, making it kind of move. Strowman threw Roman into the screens, and Reigns connects with 2 Superman punches.
Say it right.
I am not calling it what you call it.
Sorry, like she said, she hits Strowman with 2 stupid man punches.
Why? Anyway, I don't get you sometimes. Anyway, so there's a boot by Strowman to counter a spear, but then Roman ends up spearing, and it connects beautifully. Like, it was actually a really good spear.
Oh, are you talking about the spear where he literally ran all the way down the ramp and jumped into the guy? Yeah,
yes, that was awesome.
That was probably one of his better spears in a while.
Roman gets back to his feet by 7, and then we find Samoa Joe in the crowd and locks in the Cocaina clutch. Both of them are on the ground, and then everybody's cheering, "Thank you, Joe." Strowman gets back to his feet by 9 and wins the match.
I love it too. By 8, he goes. As the ref goes 9, he's like, "All right, I can get up now. I feel good." I love how after the match on Twitter, Strowman goes, #told you. And that wraps up Raw for this Monday. And you know what? I'm usually harsh on Raw a lot of the times, and I usually am. But I'll give Raw this: I was not bored for the majority of Raw. I can't remember a time where I was sitting there going to myself, "Oh God, when's SmackDown coming?" They actually managed to get me through a Raw without
without you wanting to look away.
Yeah, like every so often, like they can actually have a good Raw like this. Despite how the main event was, But it just looks. And on a side note, I'm probably not gonna be here for the SmackDown recording. I have other businesses to take care of, so she'll be here though. You'll still get SmackDown this week. Trust me, it's not gonna be like last week. I'll probably watch SmackDown on my own time. So
Meaning you're gonna have to avoid the channel for a day or 2.
Well, if you record it, I don't know. Yeah, true. But still, we'll see. We'll get to that. Anyways, but we can still talk about SmackDown a little bit. So SmackDown again is going to be in Toronto tonight, and oh my God! See, I expect SmackDown to be a hell of a lot better tonight, even though I'm not going to be there.
Well, I mean, given the fact that Ty Dillinger is going to be in TO, which is close to Niagara.
Well, here's the thing: it's a SmackDown televised event, and here's the thing: I don't know if everyone notices, but literally, the majority of their Canadian wrestlers that are big are on SmackDown. You got Tyler Breeze, you got Sammy, you got Kevin, you got Ty, you got Natalie. Sadly, you have Jinder. That's 6.
And the Singh brothers.
They're not big. They're tiny.
See, she gets it.
Anyway, but yeah,
I even put it this way: I even expect Jinder to get a pop, a good one, not a. Yes, I expect mixed cheers with that man tonight. That's coming from me.
Yeah, I'm half expecting that myself.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm still kind of sad that my hometown did get Raw live, but that's okay. I will deal. I did get my favorites as well from SmackDown. So
But anyway, so expect SmackDown at probably some point either tonight or tomorrow morning.
pretty much.
But this has been another wonderful edition of Squared Circle Discussions. We talked about Raw. We had a good time with you all, and we will see you
Next time.
in the next video. Have a good day.